Okay, what you're looking at right here is a listing of the top 10 black actresses of all time based off of their box office gross. And the question I want to ask you, looking at this list, out of these 10, how many of these women have been portrayed in an interracial relationship in one of their movies or on TV? And then while you're looking at the list, how many of these women have been involved or are currently involved in an interracial relationship outside of TV or film? Because the question I want to ask tonight, and actually the subject I want to talk about, has to do with the interracial flood that is just besieging us in the movies, and definitely on TV. If you've seen any of the current sitcoms, if you watch Grey's Anatomy, if you watch Lost or ER, if you watch Rookie Blue or Lincoln Heights, or just anything that is on right now, you know that the interracial thing, whether it's a black man, white woman, or white man, black woman, it is everywhere. Definitely in the movies. Of course, Star Trek, Lakeview Terrace, big time, and a whole bunch of, it's just everywhere. And really, it seems like a situation where art is imitating life, because if you look at the statistics, black-white marriages have increased by a factor of 6 from 1970 to 2005, which is pretty amazing. But then even in just real life, just looking around, you go to Walmart, you go to the mall, you go to the grocery store, whatever, you just see it more and more. And my question is, okay, now looking at this list of up and coming actresses who may not have yet made as much money as the group that I just showed, but everybody recognizes these names, and you'll probably insert a few more to this list. When you see them in a movie, when you know that they're going to be portrayed in a movie or on TV, the knowledge that, like for example, Kerry Washington, she's married to a white guy and has children with him. Knowing that, does that affect you? Does that bother you? Would that make you not support her in going to watch one of her movies, or if she was going to be on a sitcom, knowing what her marital status is or whatever? Does that affect your desire to support her in that realm? To be honest, I like Kerry Washington. I think she's a great actress, attractive, smart, intelligent, all that. But I would be lying if I said that to an extent it didn't bother me. Like for example, Lakeview Terrace. I don't care if you say that race doesn't mean anything to you and that you're colorblind or this and that. I don't care. If you watch that movie, there's no way in the world that you could not have been affected on some level at some point by something that was said or something that was done. You would have to have been a corpse to have sat in that movie theater and watched that and not have had an emotional response to something that happened. And this discussion that we're having now is to see if there is an emotional response to when you see, like for example, Tatiana Ali in her sitcom on TV1. I think it's Love That Girl, I think is what it's called. Knowing that she has a great affinity to all things Caucasian, and yet she is on TV1, and the question is, looking at that, and her and Carrie and a couple of others on that list, some would say that Carrie and Tatiana are probably doing some of their best acting ever, seeing as how they definitely have an affinity to all things Caucasian, that they're acting their asses off, pretending that they're loving on these brothers when in real life that ain't the case. I wouldn't say that, but there are a lot of people that have. And so that's the question that I'm posing. And I'm looking forward to everybody's response to this one. This should definitely get some discussion going. This should definitely be pretty good, because I definitely want to hear from you. Definitely want to know what your thoughts are. And for those that, do get upset, are we wrong? I mean, I definitely, I'll go ahead. I'll lump myself into that, to that category. Because I'll definitely be totally honest when looking at these women. I mean, beautiful women, the very best that our race has to offer, and to see them with somebody that does not look like me, when it seems like now, especially now, more than ever, let us have, not saying it's got to be all the time, because I know that there are, like we're saying, this is art imitating life now. There are more interracial couples out there now. And yeah, let's not have everything like, all black or all white. Yeah, understand that. I know that's not realistic now. That's not life. But at the same time, it's like, let us at least have some, and not just have it be relegated to sitcoms on BET and stuff like that. But yeah, let us have a black man with a beautiful, intelligent black woman, and let's have a black family in some of these sitcoms. Let's have some of that, as opposed to, why is it that we have to take the best, brightest, and most beautiful of the women and automatically just, gonna be with a white guy, and y'all are, and that's it, and not have any type of situation where the black family is strengthened or portrayed or put in a positive light, so that that can be seen as society is watching as well. Why not? Because sometimes I look and I see that automatically. I change the channel, because I don't want to see that. I would rather see me with a black woman as opposed to me with a white woman, or not seeing me portrayed at all. I don't think that's cool.